in your opening statement, you said strong policy requires strong democratic support. You have also said on the 22nd of May of this year, when asked which is more difficult to renounce or give up, currency or foreign policy, your response was, it's true. A currency and a border are the two basic elements of a state's existence. It is not just the British who recognise this. Millions of people in every country of the EU do not want to give up their currency or their borders and their national armies which defend and police these borders. Do you think that you can get the Poles to give up the zloty or the Danes the krona? Are you saying the EU, with its borders and currency, is now the nation state? And how are you going to get strong democratic support?
Thank you. Mr. Borrell, 2 minutes.
Bueno, no recuerdo exactamente lo que dije, pero sí le puedo decir.
Well, I don't remember exactly what was said, but in the very first lessons you have on scientific science and policy, you understand the concept of a state. But I don't like borders. I think they are scars that history has left on the face of the earth. They are made with fire and blood, and I think progress is about overcoming borders. And I think the EU is a clear example of that. Now, if any country is part of the euro, that's a sovereign decision, and nobody is made to be part of the European Union either. Those who want to leave can, if they can find an agreement to leave. It seems as if some countries are having a little trouble doing that right now. But of course, democratic freedom is the basis of our community. We are building a political community for the first time in the history of Europe.
Not based on who is stronger than the other one. It's not the empires. It's not from Charles V to Napoleon to the Bismarck. It's based on the will and political agreement and democracy. And this is such a big achievement that we Europeans, we must be very much proud of it. And if someone doesn't want to be part of this historical endeavor, he's for sure free to leave. And if you have decided to leave, you, the British people, I am very sorry. I would like to have you on board, but there's nothing against it. It's the proof that Europe is really a democratic endeavor, the fact that if someone wants to leave, it can. But believe me, I don't like borders. And the first thing we should do in the Balkans is to open borders.
Thank you. Follow-up question, Nathan Gill, 1 minute.
Okay, so you don't like borders, but my point was that there are millions of people within the EU who wish to maintain their national borders and who wish to maintain their national identities. So my question was, and I don't feel that you've answered it, how are you going to bring along the peoples of Europe in a democratic way? Your statement was very clear that when you have strong policy, you must have strong democratic support. How are you going to get that support? Is it your will, or as we say in Britain, my way or the highway?
1 minute, Mr. Borrell.
No, mi voluntad no sería suficiente.
I don't think my will is sufficient there, but we are going to achieve this through what this Parliament represents. Here we have the democratic representative of the peoples of Europe, not the people of Europe, the peoples.
Demos. We have a plurality of demos. But you know, you can be European without having to renounce to your national identity. When I took possession of the European Parliament presidency, I said I am Catalan, I'm Spanish, I'm European. And I can feel the three of them. They are not contradictory. Human being enrich himself having a plural identity. And this is what we Europeans are building. No one is being forced to participate on that. But I think it's the best thing that human mind has been able to do, to overcome the fight against identities in order to create a super identity that doesn't annul, doesn't suppress the primary identity of each one.